What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of 4 Dummies, and tonight I am joined with the other 3 dummies. I have Mrs. Skullface.
Hello.
Mr. Just One.
Yo, what's happening?
And Mr. Robert Detoff.
Hello.
And tonight we are going to continue with the collection critique. You know the routine, check your feelings at the door, and if you want the uncut version, audio version of this conversation, please feel free to check out the Patreon, where you can hear this and us talk about and debate and argue about chips and candies and other relatable nonsense. With that being said, we're going to start off our first entry tonight with Andrew R. So he's got the Nona, and he used Nona's Nona. It's a credenza with a. It's like, look at the thing at the bottom.
The vanity?
It's a credenza with a little mirror attached to the top.
There's a mini Nona on it.
So this is
a mini Nona.
That
on
is
his
true.
Nona.
That is true. This is going to surprise you guys. This gentleman has that anime styled RC there.
Oh, the sexy one.
Yep, you know it.
Perfect. It says it all. But it gets better as you go.
It does.
It gets better.
It does. But then we have we're evolving. You can see the evolution right before your eyes. Then we have the just getting started, where he has the bookcase from Target with various things on it.
Many of
like
which are
fucking-
too short.
Many of which are too short. You're absolutely right, Laura.
10 years of
There
dust
is
on
literally 10 years of dust on there.
Yeah.
Why did he palm the dust off in
Why is
waves?
the wall pink?
Yeah, he also has a pink wall, which is whatever.
Which is fine, but it just seems
It's like
out of
it's like
place.
it's like Easter egg pink. Then we have some sort of white cabinet.
Yep.
They're jammed in there, and the one. So this is the type of stuff that drives me
One
mad.
shelf
The
is
one
not
shelf is
facing the right
installed
way.
backward.
Just flip it around.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Right there is that tells me you don't give a
No,
you don't give a and you didn't even care. They're like, maybe it's not backwards. Maybe maybe the molding. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt that maybe the molding came off. You know how it just has
it's
that.
backward.
No,
I'm
it's
looking
not.
at
Yeah.
it.
So
It's
then,
back-
dude, out of here with your backward shelf. Like, you can't even take the time to put the shelf in the right way. Like, why are you buying these things
Yeah.
and displaying them? Why don't you just take them and throw them on the ground and then kick them under your bed?
This is the IPG.
Kick 'em under your bed.
Kick 'em under your bed. Do the Robert Detoff, man.
And again, this isn't even about having money to buy. You have the furniture that
No.
you have, but you don't even give a shit about that.
And also, if you look at the next picture, right, with the white dresser, the brown bookcase, the floating shelf, he's got a HasLab Unicron. Like
What
this,
happened to your knobs, man?
like this is but you got no. That's the thing. You got a HasLab Unicron, and you can't open your underwear drawer.
That's fine. I'll let that slide.
I
over
won't.
having the fucking shelf on backwards.
So to me, to me, they're all symptoms of the same problem. The problem here, my friend, and Andrew, I do consider you my friend, and the problem here is one word, and that word is pride. Take pride in what you're doing. Put your underwear in a drawer that has handles to make them accessible.
He's got to open the second drawer and finger the top. Flick it.
Put the
feel-
shelf in properly with the painted part
Hold on,
facing
Bobby.
outward. Take pride in your things. They're
The
yours.
fourth photo. Look at the gray bookcase. What do you see? Second shelf.
Is that another shelf backward?
Yes.
Andrew, we're done.
That's another shelf backward. It has to be the same one, doesn't it?
No, because you see another photo of the actual cabinet, the light blue one
my
later
God.
on. It's another one.
Dude.
Maybe he
Hold
did
on
it
a
on
minute.
purpose.
Hold on a minute. Go to that photo of the cabinet with the closed and look at this homemade shelf, but look at the very top shelf, like the top one.
Yeah, that's what I just showed him.
Even that one looks like it's
It is.
I think he just has a thing.
Is he with me?
Yeah, I think so.
What other photos are in
Yo,
here,
this
man?
chair that he has at that desk, that is 1980s Ethan Allen
Dude,
for sure.
Everyone's had
Box
that
fan.
chair. Everyone's had that chair.
That dude has a HasLab Unicron. He doesn't have an air conditioner. He's got a box fan.
That dude
under
has
the
a
desk.
HasLab Unicron. It doesn't have handles for his drawers, Robert. Handles for his drawers.
Yeah, he's got two.
We have
fans on it.
30 grand worth of shit in here.
There's so much product.
No, man.
He doesn't believe in air conditioning.
So I'm going to tell you the one thing that I think is interesting, at least, is he has this Ethan Allen credenza with a topper, and the topper is lit, and he has glass doors, and there's something interesting about that.
I think it's only because everything else is so bad, and I'm not
Like
It's way
this is
too crowded.
It's way too crowded. It's way too messy. There's not enough pride. Like, you care more, my friend. Put some of the away.
especially because you got 30 grand worth of in there.
Yeah.
And you know, at least care which way the shelves go in. Sorry, I know you got to bleep that for YouTube, but
that's annoying. It's like little things, man. Like you are 100% in control of which way the paint is showing on your shelves. That has nothing to do with your financial status. It has nothing to do with the pieces that you've chosen to buy. It has nothing to do with any of that. You have the furniture. You put that shelf in backward 3 times in your house. And each time you said good enough. And my challenge to you is stop saying good enough and just make it right.
Well, hold on. That one shot with the medicine cabinet in it, right?
With it closed, that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
To the right, between that homemade shelf and the door on the right wall, he replaced some damaged his wallpaper with a strip of wallpaper. Yeah. But don't you like how he only 3 screws? He used screws for his wallpaper, and that 3 was good enough.
Good enough. Good enough.
Even the medicine cabinet doesn't, real fast, even the medicine cabinet doesn't have handles. This guy just hates handles.
Yeah, but that might be IKEA. Like that looks IKEA-ish.
Yeah, I don't know if it's IKEA, but
you have the hole. You zoom in on it, you can see where the holes are.
Yeah, there's supposed to be handles there.
There's hardware should be there.
He doesn't have those push things.
I think he stole those from an abandoned hospital.
It's when he escaped. He's like, I'm taking these with me.
All right. Our next one. This is Factor 1. It's not bad. Actually. It's not bad. No. It's not bad.
Oh yeah, no, this is cool.
Not bad, Factor.
Is that a Billy with old school?
Not bad, Factor. Is that that's a Billy with the glass doors.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah,
nice,
but with it lit up, it does look nice.
And especially because it's not, I don't know, like the whole second row with the Hulk and like the Avengers and stuff in there. That's dope.
I agree.
That's cool.
I agree.
I thought those Jedi were holding those lightsabers for a second. I'm like, damn. You saw him with a lightsaber that was like 30 feet high.
Yeah, but even that's a cool little display. You got the 2 Jedi with the lightsabers. You got the reserve for Obi-Wan with the dude sitting there. Like that's cool, you know? Like like it's like celebrating the space even though you don't have what you want in it. I think that his detolfs are like they're kind of pretty interesting. Like, I'm not a fan.
I don't think they're bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Transformers and detolfs, but he's got some G1 toys in there in box. He's got some diorama stuff in there. He's got risers. He's got stuff spread out a good bit. Like, it all kind of owns the space. I think he could probably move the squares around to balance it out a bit more. Like, the upper left-hand corner looks a little bland. The bottom left-hand corner looks a little bland where everything else looks pretty heavy. But I think it's serviceable. Like, I think this is a promising display of like detolf stuff.
Yeah,
with Transformers.
I was gonna say no. I agree. Right. I think the detolf stuff works. Like the Autobot ones with the G1 alt modes and then the mini bots, and then it has like the arc diorama and stuff. I think that works. He made it where like the height looks right for everything.
Yeah, and the G1s are all like in alt mode, so they're super small.
Yeah,
like. Dude, I think it's well done.
Even this one that he has of all the cars, even though they're all jammed in, there's still kind of work because he split up the shelf, I think. But
yeah, like I'll tell you, man, like just look at the Soundwave one, right? Oh, see, okay, so he's got like the G1 Soundwave in the background. Oh, he's got the G1 Blaster in the background. He's got the Masterpiece Blaster and Masterpiece Soundwave in the foreground with all the tapes. Like, I don't know, man. Like this to me is more thoughtful. Right above that with the Starscream, he's got the Armada Starscream or whatever it is, Cybertron Starscream, whatever it is, the G1 Starscream, the Starscream and Jet with the G1 Starscream behind it and the Tetra Jet up in the corner. Yeah. Like, this is a person that has really paid attention to what they're doing.
And even look over, like, go back to the Avengers with the Hulk and everything. I just noticed it. Like, he even put up, it says hero in the back and like with the comic photos. That's cool just to have the little thing in the back that's hanging up in there. Like, just adds dimension to that space. That's cool.
I agree.
The space overall. At first I looked at the curtain and I thought, does that fit? And then I looked, and he has a theme, a motif in there. It matches the bottom of his main, under the detolfs, the rug. Even on his desk, he has a mat that matches the curtains.
Yeah, that's true.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Is he a reviewer? Is that what's up with this on the desk?
I have no idea.
Little bases.
I have no idea. Like that little base that he does have, though. Like I like the Dinobots on that floating shelf. Some of this stuff gets a little crowded for me, but this is like his workspace. It's not like it's not a display space. Like it doubles as that. Like I'm more forgiving of that. I just want to say the one bookshelf that needs a makeover. Like it's you've got cool ideas there with like the samurai Star Wars stuff and the little cubes with the lights over it, but there's something that's too chaotic about this. Like the top row and the second row, I think, are on the way to something. The middle row is a good breakup, but then the bottom 3 rows, it's like caution to the wind.
Yeah, that's where it is. You haven't figured that out yet. You just jammed a bunch of stuff in there. I like that Moon Knight Wolverine. Like that shelf, I think looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Is it free parking?
The stuff on the top is cool too. I think obviously you just need to organize those books if you're really gonna make it look presentable. No, yeah, I think here's what else is nice too is that for some reason like you have these 3 different pieces of furniture. You've got the Billy, the Detolfs, and then that other, and maybe it's another Billy. And they shouldn't work together the way that they do because when you're looking at it as a whole, it seems a little bit off. But like they're so interesting on their own that it makes it work.
It works.
You know what I mean? Like it's forgivable.
It works.
You know what else I like?
What's
if
that?
you look, the image that has the desk in full view with the lightsabers, to the left of his desk is an air purifier. And I'll bet you that when he turns on his air purifier, the helicopter blade turns.
Oh, you might be right.
Yeah, that'd be cool if it does.
And I like that little space, that little review space. Like, it's a lot of people do that, but like other than that, I like it. Let's move on to the next one. But big up to Faulkner. Good job, Faulkner.
Yeah.
The next one is Grimlock Graves, who I know personally, have met numerous times. Let me tell you the problem immediately, Graves. Oh. Everything about this is unfinished, right? So thematically it works, right? Because right. Well, that's the truth though. Like the ceiling is unfinished, like the basement's unfinished. Then you have the kind of work shelves that are seemingly unfinished. They're cheap, they're affordable, but they have an unfinished presentation to them. You have volume, and the volume is impressive, but nothing about it looks good. It looks so like I feel like and I love this dude. He's a good dude. But everything about this looks like what people stereotypically think of us. Like when they're like,
100%. It's jam packed in there.
Correct. I buy toys. Oh, they're probably in your mother's basement. This is what they imagine.
Yeah, no, that's true. I think that's accurate.
Yeah, but with the utility shelves, you can have your figures with wings. Their wings can stick out the sides.
The shelves don't look bad. I think it's just that they don't look good though either.
Oh, they do.
You know what I mean? I think that's the problem. I think the shelves actually look better because the space is unfinished. So the shelves look
the shelves
more polished than they would. The
shelves work. They just need like totes on them or storage containers.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
I like the black shelves, but they still need to be like spread out and risers and all.
Yeah, so that's the problem. Is that like even the furniture that does work, and he does have some, like the black shelves look fine. Even like this little workbench that he has, like looks interesting. You don't really get a great picture of it, and then he's got like the Star Wars stuff on its own black shelves, and like that stuff looks good. But yeah, so like it just. Unfortunately, it just looks like what people expect it to look like. So here's the thing. You're buying all this stuff because you love this stuff, and we all love this stuff, and it's exciting. It's exciting to buy new stuff, and it's exciting to put it together and put all your Decepticons together and put all your Empire figures together and your Rebellion figures together. It's all exciting. We all love that. But if you can have a little bit of patience and get the space right first, and then start thinking about the furniture, and then start thinking about the exciting toys that you bought. And it looks like you've done the opposite. Toys, then furniture, then space.
I think that's the traditional route. You know what I mean? It's like you amassed all this stuff and then you realize like, oh, there's probably a better way to display this. I think that's kind of a newer concept. I think you had the select few people that were ahead of the curve that really wanted to like curate a space. But I think what this guy has is the average thing. And that's why people think this way when you tell somebody you collect toys, this is what they think of. It's because I think that's the average thing. I think nobody really thinks beyond this. And that was the whole point of this show, was to push people to like think differently about it. So I think he's doing what everybody else does. You buy the stuff, you figure out, okay, this probably works. I can put it on a shelf, right? You don't, it's wild to me that like you'll spend a lot of money on a figure, but people are hesitant to spend a lot of money on the furniture.
Yep. I agree. But I think that like, I don't know, fight the stereotype, man.
One shelf at a time, man. All you got to do is you just pick a color theme. So whether you're going to go with dark shelves or white shelves, and just do one at a time.
Except the problem
Or
is
start with those cinder blocks. Start with painting the cinder blocks and getting a
Well, you could do that
cohesive
too.
and putting
background.
in a ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some drywall up in that ceiling, but then you're gonna have to move your entire collection to do that.
Well,
I think you could
but the
make
thing
it
is,
interesting with the ceiling being exposed. You just have all these wires that look so bad, and I understand why you have the wires there, but
we have seen people with open ceilings, but they like painted the rafters and
Right.
everything. Like they painted the I beams. Like they went above and beyond to make it into something. You just got to put the work in a little bit on the the before start. Like you got to put like the horse before the cart or whatever. All right, let's move on to the last one for tonight. This is Ronin. It's a little crowded, but I've seen worse. They're interesting stands. They're not
right,
details.
it's like not a detail, but it's wider.
It's wider.
Detail-esque.
Maybe even taller. It's a Legends collection, I think? Question mark? Robert, you got anything on this, or is this Masterpiece?
It looks
That's
like an
not
MP.
Legends.
Yeah, it looks like
That's
MP, especially the Autobot side. Yeah, because that's an MPB in the top, like the original one, the 1.0.
Now I don't know, but that Unicron, right? That's
the studio cell, the pumpkin one, I think, right?
Is he mixing Hasbro with?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think that Omega is a Hasbro. I don't think that's a third party.
But
So the middle one is too dark.
Yeah, I don't love these off kilter blue LED.
Yeah, like he's put the backgrounds in. I don't know where he got this from. I don't know if those are the Repro label ones. There's no floor. There's a decent amount of risers. There's an interesting blend of Hasbro stuff. I think a lot of this is official.
yeah, it is.
I mean, it doesn't look bad.
It
I think
doesn't
you know
look bad.
but you know what works and doesn't work? So you got these two lit up Detolf looking things, and then it's completely dark in the middle. So from far away, it works because it's just the way it absorbs the light. But up close, it doesn't work.
It's impressive.
Like when I zoom in, then it seems weird. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's impressive to me just how good he has made the
Official.
main line look.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially on the Decepticon side, you can tell that it's the main line.
I like the Tetra Jets. I wish those shelves were lit because I love what he did with the Tetra Jets. He has to light those 4 shelves.
The ones in the middle.
What's that
Yeah.
one? Oh, yeah.
Like bottom light them. That would be cool.
Yeah. You
Maybe
can figure out how to put a
diagonally
light in that
just
stand.
Oh,
I think that's the weakest of the whole thing are those 4 black shelves on the underneath the Dinobot. I mean, they look like they have lights on them. Like it looks like there may be LED strips in there, but it just doesn't have them on.
Yeah, it's the middle. The middle is not right. Like this is an easy one. You've done a pretty good job on the borders. You just need to make the middle elevated to the level of the ends.
Oh yeah, no, go look at the very last photo when it's all lit up. So right, I think what I would suggest is on the 4 little cubbies underneath the Dinobots, I would use that for books. You need something that balances, like heavy looking, that looks like it weights that down to balance out this whole thing.
And those Dinobots are like way too short.
Yeah, they're way too short.
Right, yeah. I would put the arc where the Dinobots are and put the Dinobots at the very top. But dude, the color of the paint is like a dark plum. Like that's cool.
Yeah, it works.
That works. It matches kind of like this dark cabinet.
Yeah, and I don't know what these shelves are, but they're working for you.
Yeah, because they fit that space perfectly. You did something interesting with the middle.
But you know what the beauty of this display is? It's elevated to the point where we weren't sure if they were Legends or MP at first.
Yeah, that's
right.
a feat. That is quite the feat.
You know, that's nothing to turn your nose up at. Like you did a good job. Just get that middle to match the rest.
Chewy Chips Ahoy.
Salt and vinegar potato chips.
A Bumpty Dumpty having a great fall.
Dumpty.
Bumpty Dumpty.
White girls with crystals.